Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am the Unknown Furry, and today I'm going to talk about the pets I've had in the past. I've had pets for most of my life. I've always loved animals, and I find that the furry community shares my views for the most part. I've had many different pets in my life. My first two pets were 2 goldfish and 2 turtles. I was extremely young, and I can't remember their names, or if they even had names. The turtles were taken care of outside in the front yard, and the goldfish had a bowl in our room. I only really remember helping to feed both the turtles and the goldfish when I was really young. Other than that, I don't really remember much of those pets. When I was older, my family got 2 guinea pigs. They were named Lilo and Stitch. Lilo was white and light brown, and Stitch was black and white. The movie was in theaters, and my brother and I liked it a lot, thus the names were chosen for those 2. They had a large enclosure my brother and I had to keep clean. Lilo and Stitch were the first pets I had to actively help take care of. They were far more fun to play with, but eventually they passed away. My next pet was Daisy, a little Chihuahua mixed breed with a brown spot on her back. I was still pretty young when she first joined the family, but I remember raising money on my own to pay for the adoption fee from the Humane Center. Daisy was a very young puppy when we adopted her, and she would survive my transition into adulthood. Shortly after Daisy was adopted, we adopted Lily, a small black and brown Dachshund mixed breed. She was a pretty chill and relaxed dog. Lily knew how to dance and would dance on 2 legs for a treat, or just to ask to get picked up. Our next pet was again a dog shortly after Lily was adopted. Rosie was an all-black small mutt. Rosie was an incredibly unique dog with very little brain power. We got her as a puppy, but she stayed a puppy until the day she died. Daisy, Lily, and Rosie were all alive together and grew up with me through the rest of my schooling and into my departure to college. Lily was the clever one, but she was also pretty lazy. Daisy was a little aggressive but lovable Chihuahua who could get cold very easily. Rosie was, as I mentioned before, unique. We suspect she had some kind of mental impairment. Compared to all the other dogs in my life from extended family and friends as well, she was definitely not like other dogs. She always acted like a puppy. Daisy loved me and my brother the most. She would jump from the floor directly into our arms just to be held. Lily loved my dad. She would lick his legs all the time endlessly if my dad would let her. Rosie loved everything for the most part. She was definitely for my mom though. My mom likes pigs, and Rosie would oink like a pig all the time. These 3 dogs were the animals that have been in my life the longest so far. Daisy and Lily were put down while I was in college. At the time, they were dying of cancer and had other serious issues. Rosie was also old, but not clever enough to know how to die of old age. At one point, while on a walk, she chased a squirrel into the road and was hit by a car. She was on a leash, but the event happened so fast and so near the road, the person walking her had no way to stop what was happening. Rosie still outlived Daisy and Lily, becoming the oldest of the 3 by a couple good years, which is pretty impressive after smashing her head into so many things in her life just being a derpy dog. As an adult on my own, I have only ever had one single pet. I still have him now. His name is Newton. He is a tuxie cat I saved from Puerto Rico when I was working on the island. I saved him from being abandoned by a colony of stray cats. He was only a month or 2 old when I picked him up from the place I was working. Now he is 1.5 years old. We get along well, despite my wolfish appearance. Newton was named after I found him under what looked like figs, and when he was first brought home, he would try to jump, but never actually leave the ground, only to claw his way up onto different things. Both of these things made me think of Newton for a name, and now I call him Sir Newt as a nickname. When recording, he is always curious and wants to ruin my recordings by meowing or making other noises. I love him for it, and with Newton, we are caught up with all the pets that have been in my life. There are other pets that have been a significant part of my life, but were owned by grandparents or cousins, and I'll save those stories for another video. If you think little Newt here is adorable, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Comment below if you have any pets and what they might be. I'm low on time in the week right now, so my drawings at the end of videos will stop for a little while. I'll always try to finish 1 or 2 every week, but right now I just don't have the kind of time to work on them. Thanks for understanding, and that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I am the Unknown Furry, and this is